Hi and welcome to Jamie deRoy and Friends. We have some very exciting things to share with you this evening, not the least of which is that Phantom of the Opera has celebrated 30 years on Broadway. It's the longest running show in history. When it opened in 1988, it opened to an $18 million advance, which is a record at that point. It has been playing for so many years. It's directed by the Tony Award-winning director, Harold Prince. I was fortunate enough to be at this 30th anniversary event as the guest of David Zippel, who wrote the lyrics to Andrew Lloyd Webber's Woman in White. The music for Phantom of the Opera is written by Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber, with lyrics by Richard Stilgoe and Charles Hart. The book is by Richard Stilgoe and Andrew Lloyd Webber.
In all your fantasies, you always knew that man and mystery
were both in you.
And in this labyrinth, where night is blind, the Phantom of the Opera is inside your mind. And each day with me, each night, each morning,
Say you love me.
I do. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling light. And listen to the music of the night. Every face a different shade. Masquerade. Look around, there's another mask behind you. Masquerade. Bringing yellow spinning rays. Masquerade. Take no hint, let the spectacle astound you.
At the after party at the Rainbow Room, there was a unique light show. Here's a look.
Yes, this is a very religious moment.
The
In
seance
communion,
can continue.
you're all witnesses to our forthcoming marriage. Thank you, Madeline.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's happened? Oh, the lights have gone off over there.
At the Roundabout Theater Company's American Airlines Theater, John Lithgow's Stories by Heart continues to play through March 4th. It is written by Tony Award winner John Lithgow, and it's a delightful evening. Stories by Heart is directed by Tony Award winner Daniel Sullivan.
It was a Saturday, and the shop was full, and Jim got up out of that chair and said, "Gentlemen, I got an important announcement to make. I've been fired from a job." Well, they all asked him if he was in earnest, and he said he was, and nobody can think of nothing to say till Jim finally broke the ice himself. He said, "I've been selling canned goods, and now I'm canned goods myself." You see, the concern he'd been working for sold canned goods over in Carterville. And now Jim says he's canned himself. He certainly was a card. Once his summer festivals got rolling in the early 1950s, my father produced every single one of Shakespeare's plays. Not just the big famous ones, but plays like King John, Two Noble Kinsmen, Titus Andronicus, that's one where the queen is tricked into eating meat pies made out of her own two dead sons. I saw that one when I was about 8 years old. My father produced a lot of these plays multiple times, directing several of them and acting in several with a kind of exuberant flamboyance that you might have recognized from someone else in the room.
John Leguizamo's Latin History for Morons has been extended and is now wrapping up its run on Sunday, February 25th. It's been playing at Studio 54, so I hope you get a chance to see it in this last week before it closes. John Leguizamo is an Emmy Award winner. It's directed by Tony Taccone. Here is a look at Latin History for Morons.
I'm embarrassed that I did not know enough about my ancestry to pass on to my kids. I mean, I kind of sort of knew about our Latin timeline. What is that? Everybody knows that, right? 1000 BC, we had Mayans, and then we have now. And what is this, the age of Pitbull? Dame culo, ma culo, todo el culo, san culo, todo culo, culo. But what happened in the 3,000 years between our great indigenous civilizations and us, man? Did we just stop existing? So, I had good reason to panic. Because as the great 20th century Spanish philosopher Santana once said, no, not Carlos, George. Those who cannot remember the past are doomed to repeat it, coño. Historic footnote, people. Why is all our art called folk art, and then all of European art is called fine art, and then modern art is just our folk art gentrified? You, sir. You know I was going to give you a second chance. I guess we're not getting a second chance. We're just getting a second demerit. Okay, that's all right. I don't really want to have to stay after school and tutor your ass, so pay attention. Now, for the rest of you who are paying attention, because los conquistador come mierda, hijo de puta, mamahuevo, melted all our golden folk art into coins. Yo, man, that's like going into the museum in Florence and seeing the statue of David and going, Larry, look at that statue. It would make a lovely marble kitchen counter.
At the Atlantic Theater, another hit for them, and it's playing through March 7th, Martin McDonagh's Hangmen. Hangmen is directed by Matthew Dunster. Hangmen will be moving to Broadway to the Court Theater shortly after it closes at the Atlantic. Try to catch it through March 7th. It's an incredible cast and an incredible story. Tony and Pulitzer Prize winner Edward Albee's play At Home at the Zoo is playing at Signature Theater. It's 2 one-acts, Home Life and the Zoo Story. It's directed by Lila Neugebauer, and it stars 2-time Tony Award winner Katie Finneran and Tony Award winner Robert Sean Leonard, with Paul Sparks. At Home at the Zoo is playing at Signature Theater through March 11. Lila Neugebauer directs another show, this one at Playwrights Horizons. It's called Miles for Mary, and it's created by the group The Mad Ones. I found it to be so delightful. It's been extended several times and now will be wrapping up its run on Sunday, February 25th.
Dave, why don't you go?
Okay, I'll go. What a nice box. Oh my God. This is absolutely perfect.
Are you positive? Don't panic. Hey, Brent, Dave's got a sweatshirt that says "Don't panic."
Oh, that's so great. I like how we're all getting slogans.
I know. Yeah.
What? Is this you?
Of course it's him. Look at that face.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Over on West 55th Street at Manhattan Theater Club City Center stage is In the Body of the World, written by and starring Eve Ensler. It's directed by Tony Award winner Diane Paulus. Here's a look.
So how'd I get it? Was it tofu? I ate a lot of fucking tofu. Was it failing at marriage? Twice. Was it worry every single day for 56 years that I wasn't good enough? Was it talking too much about vaginas? Was it lawn pesticides? Chernobyl. It traveled far. Was it my father dying slowly and never bothering to say goodbye? Was it bad reviews? Good reviews. Was it being reviewed? Was it sleeping with men who were married? Was it my good friend sleeping with my husband? Was it Tab? Oh my God, I drank so much Tab when I first got sober. Was it Shirley Temple's? Do you remember those red dye #2 cherries on top of the pretend cocktail ordered for me by the handsome, charming, sophisticated, alcoholic country club father? Was it drinking water from plastic bottles? Not being breastfed? Canned chop suey? TV dinners? Turquoise popsicles? Was it that I didn't cry enough or cry too much? Was it too many boundaries? Not enough walls? Did I get this from my family? Was it already decided? Honestly, I waited too long. I have not been a good steward to my body.
This year's Musicals in Mufti series at the York Theatre celebrates legendary composer Julie Stein. They started with Hallelujah Baby. Tonight is the last performance of Bar Mitzvah Boy with lyrics by Don Black. From February 24th through March 4th will be Subways Are for Sleeping, music by Julie Stein, and lyrics by Comden and Green. And now for our cabaret roundup. Over at Birdland, the Broadway at Birdland series continues on Monday, February 19th with Linda Pearl and the Diva Jazz Orchestra. On Monday, February 26th, Lorna Dallas brings her show Home Again to Birdland. It's directed by Barry Kleinbort. Lorna hasn't appeared in New York in 20 years. It's a not-to-be-missed show.
Waltz of my heart, haunting and gay, calling enthrallingly, waltzing away. Ring out your bells for me, ivory keys. Weave out your spells for me, orchestra, please. Chorus of wings filling the sky while you're inspiring me. Time hurries by. Joy fans a fire in me soon as you start sweeping your strings, walls of my heart.
Playing on the same night, February 26th, over at Don't Tell Mama, is Amy Woke. Also on the same night, February 26th, is Tony nominee Sharon McKnight reuniting with her longtime musical director, James Followell. At Feinstein's 54 Below, on Monday, February 12th, The band's visit composer, David Yazbek, brings his show to the club with special guest from the band's visit, George Abood. And if you haven't seen the band's visit yet, here's a look. You're not going to want to miss it.
You know what, General? You can stay here with us tonight if you want.
No, no. You have done too much already.
Okay. Once, not long ago, a group of musicians came to Israel from Egypt. You probably didn't hear about it. It wasn't very important.
On February 16th and 17th, Lorna Luft brings her show to the club. Lorna's been there on numerous occasions and is always a big hit. A very special engagement at Feinstein's 54 Below is Linda and Laura Benanti, mother and daughter. Laura is a Tony Award winner and a new mom, and she'll be performing with her mom. They're exploring songs of mother and daughter relationships. I'm sure it's not to be missed. March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, Desmond Child will be performing at Feinstein's 54 Below. It's his first New York engagement since the old days of Reno Sweeney and The Bottom Line when I used to see him. His show is directed by Richard J. Alexander. I will be there. Hope to see you there. On March 4th, 2 shows, One Hand, One Heart, over at Feinstein's 54 Below. It celebrates 100 years of Leonard Bernstein. Among the cast are Tony Yazbek, Matt Bogart, and currently in Once on This Island, T. Oliver Reed. And a very special major engagement at Feinstein's 54 is 2-time Tony Award winner Chita Rivera. She's there from March 6th through the 22nd. This is in between while she's touring with Tommy Tune. We always love to see Chita Rivera. She never disappoints. February 27th and March 8th, Luann de Lesseps presents her show. You'll know her as the Countess from The Real Housewives of New York. Over at Green Room 42 in the Yotel, Alice Ripley brings her show to the club on February 24th at 7 p.m. It's called Ripley Prescriptions. She's a Tony Award winner from Next to Normal. At the Late Show on February 24th, the staff brings you Serving You Sondheim. It's directed by the booker, Daniel Dunlow. Tony Award winner Frances Raffel brings her show to the club one more time. This time, March 24th. She's becoming a regular, kind of a once-a-month gig there. Frances is a Tony Award winner as the original Eponine in Les Mis. At the Triad, March 5th and March 10th, one of my favorite shows, Celebrity Autobiography. Scheduled to appear on March 5th are Susan Lucci, Janine Garofalo, Josh Lucas, Jackie Hoffman, Rachel Dratch, Eugene Black, Alan Zweibel, Dale Raffel. Scheduled to appear on March 10th are Tate Donovan, Janine Garofalo, Katie Huffman, Ralph Macchio, Rachel Dratch, Dale Raffel, and Eugene Pack. Eugene Pack, who created these shows, has always gathered the most incredible casts. They read from real celebrity autobiographies. Not one word is altered. You will have a huge laugh. At the Cafe Carlisle, from February 27th through March 3rd, is Rendezvous with Marlena. It's based on a 3-hour phone conversation that Uta Lemper had with Marlena Dietrich. I can't wait for this one. From March 6th through the 10th, Former Yankee Bernie Williams, who's also been nominated for a Latin Grammy, brings his show to the club. I understand he's amazing. I'm going opening night. I hope to see you there. The Beach Cafe presents Rex Reed on Saturday, March 3rd. On Saturday, March 10th is Mark Nadler. And on St. Patrick's Day is Stacy Sullivan. We wanted to congratulate Joe Cirola on his life and career because today his hands were placed in cement in front of 80 St. Mark's Theater. On Friday, March 9th at Carnegie Hall is the New York Pops under the direction of Stephen Reinecke. This show celebrates Hollywood. To close our show, Lynn Ahrens and Stephen Flaherty's Once on This Island, directed by Michael Arden. They now have 2 new cast members, Norm Lewis and Tamira Gray. Here is a look at Once on This Island.
Some girls take hours to paint every perfect nail. Fragrant as flowers, all powdered and prim and pale. But you are as wild as that wind-blown tree, as dark and as deep as the midnight sea. While they're busy dressing, you lie here warm and bold. Some girls you picture, some you hold.
Who knows how high those mountains climb? Who knows how deep those rivers flow? Who knows how wrong a dream can go? The moon.
I won't be there to guide your way,
to braid your hair or dry your tears, as we have done these many years. The moon, the moon.
what you are, we made you. What we gave you took. Now you run without one backward look. I'll just spend little friend, I'll be by your side. Just like some mamas would to give her child the